Now this is the main image here on an A4 for this project. That's angel number 3. Now in all this set you've got various things. You've got the toppers, you've got mirror images of all those, you've got the 3D, you've got the backing papers. This is the A4 large backing paper that I'm going to use for this project. So there's two ways, well, there's various ways you can do it. I've got this one. I'm going to put this in a picture frame, but I'll show you another way of doing it at the end of the demonstration. Now print that out and just put that to one side. What you need to do now is take the first image like that, as you can see, and we're going to stick this onto a board. And I've got one here prepared. This is the normal foam board you can buy that's got paper on either side. Very easy to cut out with a scalpel. And what we're going to do is just apply very thinly some PVA glue. Now you don't need very much of it. I'm just having a little smear here, as you can see. There you go, just smear it all over there. Just put the lid back on safely and then just brush this, and you can see the design through it. You can use a light box if you want to, but got a bit of white paper underneath. Well, then you can really see what you're doing. Now I'm just smearing this all over very thinly. You don't need it too thick. The thinner you do it, the better, because if you have it too wet, then it'll make the paper wrinkle too much. So that turns out, that goes like that. Putting my brush straight into some water. Now I've got the foam board here. Now if you're clever, you can just plonk it in the middle and cut round it. But if you're clever, you can go up to the edge and then stick that down. So you just lay that on like that. And then what you do is holding it up, it's like wallpapering. Start in the middle and just, with your finger, just brush out. If you feel any wrinkles, just iron them out with your finger there. And again, I'm just pushing that out so this feels all nice and smooth. And then just gently press that down like so, pushing from the middle to the outside. And that will dry and stick down perfectly. There you go. Just push that down. Now what you do is you put that to one side and let that dry. When that's dry, just take a small scalpel. I've got one here. You see what I mean? Just a scalpel here. You can actually, I'll just cut the end off here so you can see. It actually cuts really easily. And you can just cut the whole design out. When you cut it out, it ends up like this. As you can see, I'll just take that bit of rough away. So that's stuck onto the board now. Now, if you wanted, you could use that as a wall hanging. You could decorate this more. You could put little blobs of glue and glitter, different glitters. You could do all sorts of things with that. So this would stand up on its own. But we're going to give it a more of a 3D look. And to do that, I printed out all of the A4 prints there, as you can see. And I've got them ready to stick down. I've got double-sided foam tape on the back ready to stick down there. So I've got all the different layers, as you can see. That's 1, 2, 3 and 4. That's all of the different layers. So the first thing to do is get your first layer, and there's the back there. So I'm going to peel this off and just stick it down. And there you have the finished 3D image there. Now there's various things you can do with that. Obviously you can put a little cardboard hinge on the back there, or you can stick it on a bottle or hang it on a wall or do whatever you want. You can do the back side as well if you want, because you've got a mirror image of this too. But we're going to put some lights around it and put it in the light box. And there you can see the finished design there. Now I've put one of those little battery operated devices here on the back and threaded the lights in and out of where the 3D section is. And on here to secure it, I've used those little clips that you use for keeping paper together. Just put the wire in between and push it into the foam and they hold the lights in position. So you could either use that as a standing up design, or you could even put that into a picture frame.